And we're back with another episode. Let's play Final Fantasy IV. I'm your host, Nick Legato. As you can see, we didn't level a lot. We didn't even break 60. We leveled like 2, maybe 3 levels maximum. Didn't take a long time. Really, at least in my opinion. And you know, so it didn't take us a long time to do it. There's enemies like these around. And it's nice to see Cecil's HP just starting to skyrocket. And I got Flare, you know, we're not doing too bad. We've got Flare for Rydia, we've got Holy for Rosa. We've yet to get Meteo, so I'm a little disappointed we haven't got Meteo yet. But I do say yet. Alright, so let's keep moving here. We've gotta go pretty much backtrack all the way back here. Go across this little fake invisible bridge thingamajig. We've got to take the other bridge now, the other stairway / bridge we haven't gone down, and make our way to this cave here. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, okay. Here's the chest. Alright, battle 1. Now we gotta fight another monster. What do we fight here? An army of dark wizards and moon goddesses. Something we really can't handle. So, you know, I'm not going to show this fight. This is not too hard of a battle. And for winning that battle, we get an item called Minerva, which is the strongest piece of gear really for our mages, as it even raises their attack, but it lowers their magic power, as you can see. Raises their defense, but lowers their magic power. So it's really good to give to Rosa, because in all honesty, I would have to say that it's more important to make sure Rosa's the strongest, though we could put it on Rydia. The benefit is that we can put the light road back onto Rosa. Now that I'm thinking that. Now I do have a summer drop and a golden apple, I'm just going to wait to use it for the moment. So actually, this is a better deal, really, to put the Minerva here. Even though it affects her magic a little bit, it raises her defense significantly. And actually, really, Rydia needs it because she has the lowest HP. Alright. Won the battle there. Keep moving. Alright. And, got the Minerva. Okay, I know where I am now. I started going, I don't remember this exactly, but now I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I know where I am. So we found a save point, yay! So let's go ahead and exploit it. As I was showing, I have this Soma drop and a golden apple. Soma drops raise your MP by 10, so really we need to give it to Rosa. Golden apple is all apples, they go to Rydia here, who has the really crappy HP. Go ahead and waste a 10, so even though 10s are pointless at this point of the game. The reason she gets the apples is she just has the worst HP growth, and theoretically you can actually win apples from an enemy in one of the versions of this game, I forget which one it is, where she can actually catch up to Rosa, almost catch up to Rosa. She never quite gets there, but it is possible. I've seen people do it. But, you know, they're grinding to like 99 and then fighting this really awkward enemy. And it's just like, really, you would do that much just to get her HP that high? But some people really like their summoners, you know? You can't argue with that. Save again. Let's double tap my save there. Alright, let's continue. And we will move here to find another legendary weapon. And with every legendary weapon comes a somewhat legendary boss fight. This is the Notorious Plague. Is he hard or not is debatable. He can be very tough because of this right here, which solely relies on your ability to kill. And the idea is behind it that we can cause enough damage. He has 33,333 HP. You can look that up through the scan. I've actually gotten it to work. Your goal is either you can have Rosa haste or cast Holy. Either of those usually work. I hope it works. I hope it doesn't heal him. I don't remember it healing him. But as you can see, we're doing mighty good damage already. We should already be running around at least 10,000. He tried to haste himself, the bastard. So, but we should be able to do it, unless this heals him. I forget if it fully heals him or not. I thought it was his weakness. Oh, that's a good hit. No more jumping for Kane. He's not going to be able to do it. I think the reason, though, they made Kane... No, come on. Yes! This should be enough. This should be enough. Yep, just enough. But I know the reason they made, God, what a shitty experience. I know the reason that they made this one's Kane's, because Kane's usually the last one to survive, because you just have him jump frequently. But, I just don't believe in it, really. But look, we didn't even take a single hit of damage. And we got Kane's best weapon, the Holy Lance. The Holy Lance. It does lower his defense more than the Gunge Lance or the Gauge Lance. But it's a better weapon, because a lot of the enemies here are weak to Holy. So, I think there's only one enemy that's questionable. But, other than that, you know, this is the way to go. So, see you after the battle. Alright, we won that battle. Luckily, it was one of those Romadors. And we were able to osmose it for MP, which I like. Yes, this battle. Against the Lunasaurs. 2 of them. Who are nasty in their own way, but they are easily killable. They usually aren't too much trouble. What they do, however, is reflect, Holy and Flare off themselves, so you want to try and hit them as hard as possible. Oh god, that was useless. Ah, we're cooking. Let's keep our HP really high, because when they start casting Flare and Holy, we're in trouble. Kind of a waste to use that fire spell, though. I thought it would actually be interesting. And there they threw a Reflect just now. Now things start to get interesting. But luckily we have summons. Summons! Oh yeah, that did so much. Ooh. Yeah. Luckily they haven't started bouncing Flare. But if it becomes a problem, I'll just throw a Reflect on Cecil. Start bouncing stuff off of him. Oh, my phone's exploding. This is just for laughs, because Bahamut did nothing, so there's no point in trying to really do much with Redia right now. But Cecil does great damage, so, you know, can't complain too much. Uh-oh, he's going balls deep now. He's just unloading on us. Cure 4 time. Healing. Take that, dinosaur. I'm gonna make you extinct, bitch. Yeah! Alright, let's do that. And we're getting cooked again. You notice that the Lunasaurs are actually pretty fast. May as well have her do something constructive here. Dang it. And the battle is won. But, like I said, it's not insanely hard. It's not an insanely hard battle, but it is definitely tricky. It can be tricky if you don't do it correctly. So now we get ribbons. Yay! They are actually slightly better than what we have equipped. So let's go ahead and equip them. as ribbons are considered the uber item of most of these games. Yay, Minerva. But I think the Minerva had a lot of effect on the Bahamut's skill, because it went from 29 to 30. Well, that's not that much really. So yeah, not sure what it is then. I just let it be. Let it be the calling of the fat farts that I leave. Okay, so we did that. Let's go ahead and cottage up here. You know, the usual. Frickin' heal. That's what we'll be doing. Alright, healing we do. Saving we'll also do as well. Save. Double tap my save there. Let's keep moving. Let's see. So we want to go walk this way. Down the stairs. And really all that's left is to go into here. Which leads us to this crystal-looking place where the red dragons reside and more dangerous enemies reside. Okay, let's keep moving here. So really what we want to do, and we're walking to that so there is a new enemy here, I believe. He looks like a giant face, if I'm not mistaken. But you can also fight behemoths here, so you know, you do want to kind of be careful. Speaking of new enemies, here he is. He's known as the Phase. Evil Mask in, I think, other versions. And here's what he does. He casts Reflect on us. Well, that means healing is almost impossible, except we do have one healer, which is Sylph, which we are going to use. So really, Iridia and Rosa swap jobs for this battle. Because he hits very, very hard, as you can see with Holy. And there's not much we can do to really prevent it, but here's the deal. He's weak to Holy. Extremely weak to Holy. Actually, he's very weak to Holy. The only catch is that he gets lots of turns. And he attacks very, very fast. Oof, and we can't use magic on ourselves, though we could bounce healing off of Phase, but that's not always reliable. But with a shitty turnaround like that, we may have no choice but to do that. Shabam! That should do around 9,000, yeah. Get a bio. And you just really beat him down this way. I mean, your melee characters will be your biggest source of damage, consistent damage. Iridia could attack rather than do this, but I think it's somewhat... I actually find this to be somewhat effective, because he does use skills like Bio, which are actually pretty weak, and your characters could survive it pretty standardly, but... Not standardly, but pretty easy for them to survive it, so no reason not to do it. Ah! Damn it. Nice. It appears that our Reflect must have worn off. I mean, I'm going to be blowing myself into oblivion here. Great. Ah! I hate when that happens. So hard to tell when that thing wears off. Should be almost dead. Nice. Got me a critical. Okay, here it goes. He's going back into the rhythm here. Flare doesn't really do much, so we're going to avoid using Flare. Let's just do Sylph again. Reliable. No! Is it hitting? Yeah, it's just hitting edge. He'll live. Since we know that Rosa has a wall on her this time. Let's go ahead and do it, shall we? Ah, healing. Oh look, it actually killed the thing. But he can be a tough battle. I know there's lots of tricks to beating him, and I know that sometimes Zenitsu skin from Odin works on him, but it's very unreliable, and you'll burn through a lot of MP trying to get it to work. So it's up to you whether or not you really want to use it, but I don't think it's necessary. There we go. And then let's throw out a level 4. Should finish top them all off. I don't worry, I'll use an ether when we get to where we need to go, because we're not quite going down into the depths of this place, because we want to get that last legendary weapon. Oh, behemoth. And we're walking. And before we, like as I said earlier, before we start picking fights here with nastiness, let's, that's why we have them. That's all good there. We'll hold on to that. Does anybody else need healing? It's as good as it needs to be. Alright, let's get to work. So this is probably the hardest of the Guardians. This is Edge's final weapon, the Masamune and the Murasame, this is the Masamune. And Terrotharian, or whatever it's called. He will big tsunami us twice, and it will not be funny. It will not be friendly, user-friendly here. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Let's just buffer. Now, that's the only time I think he'll use the double. So we're going to keep Kane on the ground for this round, so at least we can get everybody a lot higher than where they're at. Though I know that does very little. We can throw stuff. I would recommend throwing, not the Hell Winds, but let's not throw anything, I guess. We shouldn't have to throw anything. That's just mediocre. Tier 4. That needs to go up before we get hit again. Bahamut. Because we don't have Meteor. If we had Meteor, Meteor would be casting back-to-back Meteor spells on many of the enemies we've been fighting, many of the bosses we've been facing. Kane can jump now. But don't have Rosa do anything other than casting Cure 3 or Cure 4. I mostly say Cure 4 because the blazes and the combination of blaze and the water attacks are just going to be it's going to start taking its toll if you back off. This will actually help because Cecil took a pretty harsh beating, and so did Edge. There we go. Tsunami. That'll do about 1,000 to most people. As you can see, now this battle's back in our favor thanks to the almighty powers of Cure 4. Kane jump again. Fire! Fire! Should actually be getting halfway dead here, at least from the consistent attacks we've been doing here. Ah! Now he's jumping in the air, great. Alright, nice that we pulled that off. But yeah, this is really the cycle of this battle, is we just gotta keep our HP up, we gotta hit them with everything we've got. Let's try a flare. Though I'm sure that's not gonna be like Bahamut, but whatever. It's cheaper. God, I wish I had Meteor right about now. Look at the timing on that. Healed. Yeah, I had some lag there. Looks like we're all back at full again, but now we're getting hit with the double wave, which is a good thing we were back at full. Check out that timing. Woo! Ouch. He's gotta be almost dead. I know it. It has to be true. Let's use that as a buffer. Let's have an attack. And he's down. Nice. And we get the Masamune for our trouble. The strongest of Edge's other swords. Now there is no ultimate weapon really for Rosa, and for really the closest thing is going to be the Fire Butte for Iridia. So they didn't really focus on the ultimate weapons. I mean, the Yoichi bow is obviously the strongest for Rosa. But this will be a nice upgrade. Now, I usually think that this does better. Let's see. 76 as opposed to 176. Okay. So, that's good. We are all set. Could put the dark hood back on him if we want to. But it's actually a very significantly lower quality gear. Okay, so here's my deal. Here's our deal. We're gonna go back to the save point, and then we're gonna come back to this exact spot. We're gonna continue our quest, so we'll see you there. Okay, so we saved. We healed, obviously. Let's keep walking. So, a friend of mine who was by earlier, he was wondering how my video was coming along, and I told him, oh, it's not doing too bad. Redia hasn't learned Medio yet, and I'm just getting bitter because I haven't learned it. And he goes, well, it takes a while for her to learn it. It's like the highest level you needed to learn a spell. And he said, so he says, I think it was level 60 that you got it. And I was like, you're serious? It's level 60. Gisel's flute, which is a whistle thing. It's like an alert. So if you really want to level, that's the item to use. You don't have to wander around. You just freaking throw that out. But we're not going to level, and really, but as you can see, we've really not. I've really had, oh my god, 2 faces at once. But I got a Hell Shuriken in there, or a Fuma, if that's what you're thinking it's called, based on what version you're playing, and got another Shuriken as well. So let's keep moving here. Sorry, I was just had to heal up pretty bad after that last bout, so I just went ahead and did it. I don't believe there's any treasure in this room, so don't worry about that. I think a new enemy joins us though out here. Zombie Breath. Zemus Breath. Zombie Breath. Zemus Breath is just really strong in a sense. Nothing we can't deal with so much. We could probably throw things like... I wouldn't throw powerful magic at it unless it starts causing you pain. Massive amounts of pain. But I forget the whole point of this enemy in general, but as you can see, he's not too threatening, at least not at the moment. And as you can see, Flare did not work very well, so we won't be using that. Let's not use any magic since we're kind of short on MP. It seems like he's reporting to Zemus our statistics here. Not a big deal. See if we can actually osmose from it. Be interesting if we could. Like free MP. Except Rosa's the one that can't absorb. But as you see, he just keeps doing this over and over again. Now, I know in other versions of the game this has something to do with that final battle, where you'll fight an enemy where this actually has a more dominant effect. Like this actually does something. Whether it's good or bad is not known so much. But, yeah, not a big deal. Nothing we can't handle. Because we're pretty strong high level anyway, so... Yeah, gives crap. And he seems to use Mind Blast, but I think we're immune because of our level, of the height of our levels, so... It seems like we're immune, though. Well, somebody's losing health. It looks like Cecil's slowly losing health. Maybe from the Mind Blast, I don't know. She'll almost be dead, though. You can see though, you don't need to use magic, just melee it to death. And it'll be dead in no time. No time at all! The other thing too is that I think in another Final Fantasy game, this is like a thing where the enemy watches you, and if you use any special attacks on it other than melee, he'll report to the major boss what's going on. And we are victorious, though the death is like a mini-boss. But good experience, I can't complain about that. So those guys aren't too much threat. Let's keep walking. Walking. Battle. Against the Zemus Mind, who actually is attacking us this time, so let's make sure we attack back. Let's try osmosis this one, because I know this one has magic, so maybe this is what it is, the osmosis. Maybe it prepares this one, or what have you. Ah! Oh no. Oh no! Dang it! Yeah, crap. Come on, come on. Luckily that's why unicorn horns are so important. Whew. That was about to go very wrong. Very wrong. We earned our Cure 4. Okay, let's get Kane off the ground here. Yeah, our melee is not doing much of anything. And he seems to keep casting Protect on himself. Not again. There we go. Oh, crap. Power! Seriously? Now you're gonna get it. Is it my turn at any point in this, or? Thank you. It doesn't matter at this point. Oh, come on! Luckily, it was just... Okay, so melee is obviously not really working out too well for me, so we're gonna have to maybe try a different tactic here. Could just run, but that would be pathetic. Seriously? I was about to, like, kill it. You know what? Screw it. No more games. It didn't work. Figures. Almost out of MP here, so... Cause, yeah, from all the freaking lame-ass spells. Alright, let's do this. Take that, you bastard. Didn't really do much. Well, one of the things we probably need to do is dispel whatever's on this guy for defense. As you can see, he's pretty well protected here. So let's do this. On Rose's turn, let's defend, since my mages can't do much of it. Ah! Dang it! Let us dispel Zemus here. We can beat this. I know I can beat this guy. It's just I'm doing this all wrong, and I know that I'm doing something wrong. Just so you can tell by this the way this battle is going. Okay, first off, we gotta stop Radia from doing anything, because she's just killing me here. And I have the feeling Dispel did nothing. Well, we teleport. So, I didn't want to run away, but it looks like I had no choice. Because some jackhole was being a moron. And as you can see, that is the last of our ethers, which is not a big deal. These are potions to heal up though instead of MP. Oops. Yeah, okay, we're all healed up. So Zemus mines are tough. I'm not a big fan. They give a lot of, if I'm not mistaken though, they give a lot of MP. So, definitely worth looking at. Uh-oh, what do we got here? Looks like Golbez and Fuso, yeah, finally settled their differences. Well, that would happen back on the Giant, but, you know, it's just funny to watch them go after Zemus like this. This is the guy who did all of it, huh? Looks like a vampire to me. I want to suck your blood. Apparently they're just throwing spell after spell. Onum Shidai, Onum Shidai, Onum Shidai, Onum Shidai. Uh-oh. Family battle here. They're gonna do it. Double Medio, or in the other one known as W Medio, which I don't know why they call it W Medio, but whatever. Even if my body dies, my soul is immortal! So, on the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV, the final showdown with Zemus. Because you know that can't be the final battle. We'll see you there.